Good evening. We're continuing with 3 minutes of Tehillim. We are up to Perek Kuf Yud Dalid, Psalm 114. We continue with Hallel. Hallel, we are familiar with. B'tzeis Yisrael miMitzrayim, Beis Yaakov me'amloes. The Jewish people, Israel, went out from Mitzrayim, the house of Jacob, from a nation of a foreign tongue or a foreign language. So the Medrash tells us that there were 3 things that Klal Yisrael merited the redemption in the Exodus of Mitzrayim. They didn't change their tongues, their language, their names, and their own clothing. So, there's other opinions in the Medrash, but some point out that these psukim, the first 2 psukim in this Perek, hint to this idea that they stayed separate. They were Yisrael. They were separate. They had this special character of the Yisrael, the Jew, and it was still considered a me'am loes. It was still, even though they may have had some interaction with the community and the culture of Egypt, but they were still considered a foreign tongue in a sense because they kept to their Jewish culture. And they kept separate, and they were kadosh, and they remained pure in some level, and remained to have. Some explained that their exterior, they had a certain Jewish dress externally, or just they didn't involve themselves in the same promiscuous behavior that the Egyptians were involved in. I can't help but remember an article that I recently quoted in the story column in the bulletin. When reading this Perek, it's I guess more of a modern or a contemporary commentary. But I read it in Rabbi Meir Soloveitchik quoted Rabbi Daniel Feldman, who pointed out really the heroic Agam Berger, who did not, when she was held hostage, didn't want to violate Shabbos, and he talked about this incredible woman, and she's young, she's only 20 years old, but she's someone who really is a hero of our people, and Baruch Hashem, she came out, and I was thinking, B'tzeis Yisrael miMitzrayim, she came out literally from Mitzrayim, from a place of me'am loes, from a place of foreign speakers, and she came out, and it just so happens, Rabbi Feldman pointed this out, that on the day that Agam Berger was released, it was Rosh Chodesh Shvat, and everyone in Klal Yisrael was saying this Perek particularly, and the end of the Perek finishes off, Hahofchi Hatzur Agam Mayim, that he turned the rock into a pond of water, Chalamesh Lamaynu Mayim, and the flint into a flowing fountain of water. And that was the day that Agam Berger, which her name is referenced in this pasuk, she came and she was freed. And to just finish off with this beautiful citation from Rabbi Meir Soloveitchik, he said to be a Jew is to see Scripture, the seemingly archaic past, as a prologue, a belief that the wonders and valor that were manifest millennia ago can find its spiritual and political parallels in our own age. The past 16 months have been difficult for Israel and Jews around the world, but they have been filled with wonder, namely that the heroes of the Bible live among us again.